friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. I'm pretty sure this is a little bit crooked, so let's, yeah, there we go. Okay, so it is Sunday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. I'm not a Star Wars fan, okay? Come at me in the comments if you want. I watched the first couple and it just was not for me, and it wasn't something we really watched growing up in my house. I prefer Star Trek, but anyways, I just thought I would give that greeting, as I know that it is a thing for a lot of people. So anyways, it is about 10 to 2. I've been awake for about an hour. My husband went to go run some errands, so I am going to do all of the bedding on our bed. So that is going to be quite the chore, because we still have like our winter blankets on there, and it's time to change those around. So right now I had a load of laundry I had forgotten about in the washing machine for more than a couple weeks. So I put in a bunch of stuff, OxyClean, scent beads, this not the dishwashing soap, the laundry detergent, and fabric softener, and ran that again. And there was a load in the dryer that I may have also forgotten about for a couple of weeks. And by which I meant I did them at some point during spring break, so it's been a couple of weeks. Anyways, so I just clicked the de-wrinkle option, so it's in there right now, hopefully getting all the wrinkles out. But after that I have to start bedding, so it is going to be quite the process. I'm going to pick and choose, because it'll be the most important to start with the most important items and leave the less important ones for in case they don't get done before bedtime. Anyways, so okay, no, absolutely not. They have been so barky today, it is so frustrating. So that's what I'm doing chores wise. I did not film an ending section for yesterday's video because I may have stayed up till like 8 a.m. playing Banished, which is, guys, this game has been out for like 11, nearing on 12 years, and I've been playing almost that whole time, and I am so obsessed with it. Okay, I love it so much. It is my ideal game. It is my favorite game. It is possibly the game I put the most hours in on Steam. I don't know. There might be a couple close contenders. I'll check, because I'm planning on playing a little bit again today. But I also have to do octopuses. And also, I wanted to update you guys on my progress on this one. I did make it to just under 400 stitches. And actually, much to my surprise, I'm not going to finish the house. I thought that I would finish the house, but with what's left over, each window on the upstairs level is 58, as well as the downstairs level. These are all 58 stitches, and this is 47. So even if we just round all of those to 50, I've still got 50, 100, 200, 300, 450 stitches left. And I only need to do just over 100 more. So the house is not going to be finished, you guys. I was so optimistic. And the last thing, which is actually part of what I just smiled about, in my email this morning, I won Classified Employee of the Year. I am so excited. I'm so happy. My husband had just sent, because he congratulated me when I told him, but he just sent a text message that told me he was proud of me. So yeah, I mean, I worked really hard. Like, perhaps I worked too hard. Had no energy to do this, no energy for my own crafts. I did a lot of things for the kids, but it's so nice to be recognized for all of the hard work I've done. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so happy. The teacher who won is the teacher I voted for. I talked in another video that it was hard to decide whether you voted for the teacher that had the class from hell or the teacher that had a well-behaved class. And I voted for the teacher who had an outstandingly well-behaved class, because you don't know if in a different class some of those kids could have had big personality problems, and this teacher was able to manage that. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe if she had had a switched class with someone who had a definitely more difficult class, she wouldn't have been able to. It was really hard to vote this year. Last year it was kind of a no-brainer. This year it was really hard and difficult to decide. And I just am so proud of all of my coworkers for all of us making it this far. This has been a really rough school year, you guys. It's been so rough. It's so rough. I know I've complained about it a lot, but it is really difficult to fully emphasize how rough this school year has been. Hey, baby. So, yeah. I have not rolled the dice yet for my Hexies. I will go ahead and screenshot a picture of whatever number turns up. I will finish the 100 stitches that's left on the lantern lane, and then I will spin for the next one, and I will try to prep it for challenges, but I'm probably not gonna stitch on it because I do have to work on those octopuses. The end of the school year is coming up, and well, not only do I have octopuses, I have 5 items that are not octopuses, 5 or 6 that I agreed to for various students. Oh, plus I promised Victoria I'd make her a surprise. Ugh. And that's because she took an incredibly, ridiculously tangled skein of yarn that the dogs had gotten into that I was just going to throw away. And she took it over spring break and she untangled the whole thing. And so I promised her a prize for that. And she's from Ukraine and likes like sunflowers and like those kind of things that symbolize Ukraine. So we had seen, and she loves crochet. But she's teaching herself how to make the octopuses. Plus she has a lot of my octopuses already. Victoria is one of my students who has been coming into the library and helping, well, I know since 4th grade, but she says she helped in 3rd grade too. So, but since 4th grade, she's 5th grade this year, she has come every single recess basically to help. So, yeah. So we saw this tiny little basket that with a coaster that's got like little flower motifs on the end, and when you pull it from the center it looks like a tiny bouquet, and then you put it in the basket and it looks like a tiny pot of flowers. And so she doesn't know because I didn't tell her, but I'm planning on making her that. I didn't tell her because what if it's too difficult and I can't do it in time, but that is my plan on what to make her. And yeah, so I have a lot that needs to be done. It is going to be a busy week with everything getting returned So everything, all my display books are going to need to be put away. I'm going to have to cover all the bookshelves with paper. What's the paper called? Not construction paper. You know, that teachers get that come on the big rolls, and there's like a million yards of it. I swear we've had the same rolls for forever. Yeah, I need to cover all the shelves with that because there's chances that book fair products get put into the shelves by students who want to return for them later. I saw people admitting to this online, not my students, people talking about stealing from the book fair. And like, it's so frustrating because they think they have all the right in the world, and, oh, I stole from the book fair, blah, 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 blah. I stuck it to the man. And it's like, it's really frustrating because, one, stealing is wrong. Stealing is wrong, period. Second of all, a lot of libraries depend on book fair money to purchase the books for the library. It is the only way. It is the only way. And so it really just frustrates me when people are just like, have this idea that money just grows on trees. That, you know, I get the book fair is expensive. It is, nothing is discounted. It is very expensive. And I totally get that. That's why I do the little popsicle candy pull at my school, because I feel bad for the kids who honestly cannot afford it. I totally get that. That's why I offer an option, so that the book fair isn't this dreaded memory where you weren't able to get anything. Because I have popsicles for 25 cents, and trust me, if you come in with a handful of pennies, I'm not going to count them. I'm going to pretend it's enough and just stick it in the little container and let you get a popsicle. I'm not looking for the book fair to be a bad experience or memory for any of my kiddos. But stealing is wrong, and glorifying it as an adult to kids is just wrong also. You have to be taught at a young age that stealing is wrong. Otherwise, you grow up to be shoplifters. And then there are actual real life consequences that come with stealing. So yeah, okay, that's just my little, I'll get off my soapbox now about stealing in the book fair. But yeah, so it's gonna be a busy week. I'm hoping during some downtime during the book fair, I might be able to finish some of my projects that I probably will not get to. But that is probably a pipe dream, because it's never worked out that way in the past, trust me. But yeah, let's see. I've completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Did I say I was feeling nauseous? I've got saltines that I'll be eating. I'll be playing some Banished, and yeah, my husband's gonna get me some ginger ale, because we don't have any. I sometimes wonder if I have ADHD. Like, I'll see videos pop up with all of those symptoms. I'm like, I don't know. A lot of that sounds familiar, but I've never been diagnosed. So whatever. I just deal with things the best that I can. Jamie Bear. Okay, you want to see our biggest dude? This guy, I think, has to be over 20 pounds. Oh my gosh, he keeps getting bigger. Oh, this is my big baby Jamie. He does not realize he's the biggest at all. but he is by far the biggest. He thinks he is a lap dog. He's a big baby. I call him my little surfer dude because the guy has like single-minded focus, and that focus is on his ball. Did you hear the word? Where's your ball, Jamie? Yeah, I know you love your ball. He will prefer that over a treat. Oh man, mommy's saying all the words right now. Thank you, James, for all the kisses. He's named after James Potter. No, we talked about this. No face lunging. No face lunging with your kisses. He also likes to throw in a little bite with those face lunges, which is the main problem. Oh, my big baby. And so some of the littler dogs, he will like be submissive towards them. He does not claim alpha status. No, you don't. He thinks that he's small enough to like curl up onto bed, like he isn't taking so much space, and we'll say, James, you have to get down, and he'll just act like he can't hear you. He'll refuse to make eye contact. Oh, I love you. This is from the litter that we kept. We've had James. He's 4 years old now. You're 4 years old, buddy bear. Or, yeah, you're 4. You're not almost 5. James. I love you. But anyways, he's pretty single-mindedly focused. He's pretty dumb, like a surfer boy. Kind of dumb. Catabunga, dude. Like, I could totally see this guy trying to ride the waves. I love you, baby. And yeah, he doesn't frequently ask for attention, but when he does, he's pretty insistent. Like, we've also had to try to tell him he's not allowed to redirect my hand. I was giving my husband head scratches in bed the other day, and he pokes his head under mine and moves it in a way that will go down his head. So he is smart in that way. Yes, you are. Okay, anyways, enough about my dogs. Oh, 18 minutes. Sorry, guys. Bye. Hey, friends. It's 9:30 now, and I have been playing Banished the entire time. So I will include a little screenshot thing I took here of what my game currently looks like, i.e. the number of tabs I'm tracking in the game. It's a city builder type of game. And the idea is that you and a group of survivors were like banished to a far out place. And so you have to start with basically nothing. And then build up to most people's goal is usually 1,000 people. And I'm sitting between 450 and 500, somewhere in there. So I'm going along building a billion things. And what am I not building? New houses for my families. So I'm at a place right now where no children are getting born and old people are dying, and it's not a great place to be. And you know, the funny thing is, I was watching someone do a let's play of this game like from a decade ago, and I was telling them in my head, you have to keep building houses or your population is gonna hit an old people dying with no kids. Did I follow my own advice? No. I was involved in building like 3 billion crop farms and then creating all these little like industries that can go with that. And with tailors and things like that. And yeah, so things got wildly out of control. I'm trying to rectify it right now, but right now, James again. Right now, I need about 108 builders, and I have 30. And even that I might have to take down because the population is dying. At least they're dying because of old age and not because of starvation, which when I revived this play, okay, so I revived a game that I had abandoned 3 years ago. That was my decision making like a few days ago. And I was like, let me see if I can save this place. So at the time, they were dying of starvation, and now we have a ton of food. That is not a worry at all. The worry is now the old people are dying. But it's okay. When one problem leaves, another comes. That's the way of Banished. So I need to go do a change of laundry, take down the rest of the bedding to the laundry room that needs to be washed. I can't put the I can't put the bedding that's in the dryer onto the bed yet because I asked my husband to buy a new set of sheets, and I'm waiting for him to come back from the store. So, excuse me, believe it or not, my cough is way better. My little jerk faces came on my desk, stole my hexagons. You'd think I would learn better, but no, I told myself I'm just going to the bathroom really quick. So there are little dog hairs all over them. But so what I'm going to do, instead of rolling, I'm just going to finish out this set, see if I can roller off the hair that got on him yesterday, and try to film the tutorial tomorrow of how I do everything with the hexagons. So I will take all of my supplies to school tomorrow, and then after I'm off the clock, because I frequently stay past when I'm on the clock, I will film a tutorial just because my desk is a mess and I'm not gonna film a tutorial with it like it is right now. So tonight is garbage night, so I'm gonna make meatloaf because while it's in the oven I can work on doing garbage, and then I'm hoping to have an hour or so to be able to unwind, not turn on Banished because we all know what's gonna happen there. I'll just play until like 1 a.m. And try to make some octopuses since I didn't during the weekend and I really needed to. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. First laundry though. So yeah, so there's no rolling of the dice for these. I think I have 5 left. So I'm just gonna pretend like 5 is what I rolled. And then I'll pick a new set and get that all going. But first laundry. So I will chat with you all later when I hopefully update you again. Oh, one last update. Yesterday, I finished the 2nd book in that Dark Iceland series. And today, I started and finished book 3 called The Mist. And book 3, it was the final one, but it was by far the best one of the 3. I hadn't read it before, but yeah, it was like a 4.5 for me. I really liked that one. So, this author on my Libby account has 10 audiobooks. So that series was 3. I've already checked out the first book in the next series. So, and I will go with that. Yeah. I just need to double check that nothing is due in the next few days, because if so, then I'll need to start that. So that is what I will be doing. Let me check my steps. What am I at? 3,259. Okay, after I change the laundry, if my husband's not home yet, I will probably go for a walk. Just because I need to get my step count in. So, yeah, it's 9:30. I should have been more productive, but I wasn't. Chat with you guys later. Bye.